especially in the fourth quarter. How are you guys? What plays stood out to you that allowed you guys to kind of come on top on that?
Well, I think it's not to diminish the importance of plays and execution, but I think our group, one, we continue to attack. Obviously, Boyan on the post, not only, the times he shot it, but I thought, his willingness to pass out of the post. When they went small, which you guys realize teams go small against us sometimes, we out-rebounded it by 20 rebounds. And there's part of that is, when teams do go small, for us to use our strengths. And it may seem like a really small thing, but Hassan Whiteside, in a minute and a half, got us a couple stops and an offensive rebound putback. And those are the kind of plays that actually have the exact opposite effect of, say, turning it over and giving up a three. So there were some moments like that where I thought, our mental toughness was challenged, and we really responded. I don't know how many free throws they had in the fourth quarter, but a lot of the fourth quarter, their fourth quarter points came from the line. And the thing that was significant about that is a lot of them were loose ball fouls, on our offensive end, which essentially are the equivalent of turnovers and giving up free throws. So, we want to stay aggressive on the glass. Both Dinwiddie and Brunson, they're so good at keeping you off balance. It's hard not to foul them. I thought we got better as the game went on with that. But I think we kept our aggression, and that's key no matter whether you're playing out of executing out of a set or playing out of transition. Even maybe, you point to, I mentioned Hassan, but you look at Royce O'Neal's three, when he hasn't made a shot in the game. And, that's, the fact that he didn't hesitate and shot that ball, that's a mindset. I think it's a mindset that our team has right now. And part of the reason we have it is like, why not? I think this is a group that, if we can continue just consistently play by play throughout the course of the game, to put the group ahead of any individual contribution, that formulaically for us is something that's really important, because whether it was Donovan had a stretch where, he really took the game over offensively, Boyan had a stretch like that, and then, I thought collectively we had stretches where it was on the offensive boards or in transition. So, it sounds like a cliche, it's the old team effort thing, but that's what it was about, and I think it requires, a team when adversity comes to collectively, face that and work through it, and that's what we were able to do.
What did you see out of Rudy's defense tonight, just between his ability to rotate to three-point shooters in the corner and then cover to protect?
Right. Well, that's Rudy gets evaluated on a lot of different things. Sometimes two of them at the same time, and the fact that we're even making that kind of analysis of a guy that can actually protect the rim and then go out and contest a three says a lot about what he's capable of doing, and his ability to do that is central to how we play defense. It's not always going to quote unquote work because the other teams, they're executing and they're making shots, but as much as I don't know how many shots did Rudy get tonight. For him to get one shot, and that's another example of I think someone throwing themselves into the group. And, for a guy to play as well and as hard as he did throughout the course of the game, have a couple guys blocking him out, to continue to run, only get one. He got some free throws, obviously, but to stay as locked in as he was, and that's, if we can out-rebound teams by 20 rebounds, at some point people are going to have to think a little harder about going small.
What was the conversation like at halftime with Donovan just after his first half to get him going, because he came out really strong?
I think that the halftime conversation was really the play that he made at the end of the second quarter. When he and Boyan, that's another example, I think, of, what playing to our strengths. Boyan came up and peeled out, and Donovan found him. And I thought how we finished the second quarter was a big part of the game. We didn't shoot it well. We didn't get a lot of threes, but that's because we were on the rim. And, there was a point in the first half where, we had missed a lot of those shots on the rim. So to not convert at the rim, and continue to grind and to finish the halftime or the second quarter the way we did, I thought that was a boost. And it showed, I think, where Donovan's head is, that he made that play, but then he also in the third quarter, was able to start hitting some gaps and getting to the rim. And the biggest thing that, we've talked about a lot and is him continuing to be aggressive in transition. Even when a team's making a run, to not slow down, because I think that that doesn't play in our favor. And Donovan really picked his spots. Okay. All right.
Donovan, Royce has been hit and miss from three lately. What did you think when you saw that big three go in with a minute left?
That same exact shot is the one he's been working on since the summer. When you prepare for moments like that, and the trust is always going to be there. And, for him to hit that shot, I think it was big for him, but more importantly, for us, like I said, we're going to trust each other. We didn't shot okay today. He only made 7 of them from 3, but, for him, if they're gonna leave him open, going ahead, taking the shot, making the right plays, and in that particular moment, he made the shot, that same shot fake slide. He's been working on that, and I've seen it 1,000 times. So happy for him, and it was great.
What did you figure out in the second half offensively?
Just being in attack mode. I came out a little too passive, but in the same respect, Boyan was rolling, so kind of letting it go, not trying to force the game, and I didn't feel like I was out of control or feel like there was different things. I just felt like, Boyan has it going, kind of go out there, make the right plays. The shots weren't falling, so it's all good. And come out in the second half and be ready to go and just be in attack mode.
What did you think of, just, from the neck up for you guys in the fourth quarter?
Just locked in. I think the biggest thing is we executed well. Even though certain shots didn't fall, we didn't really shoot well at the rim tonight, but we cleaned it up on the boards, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is getting in the paint and creating open looks, whether it's at the rim or from 3. But late especially, we executed, and we rebounded, got stops, and the biggest thing is we made plays.
What did the Mavs do defensively to challenge you and you guys as a team?
As a team, they choose their aggression. They're active. They make those rotations. Those passing lanes aren't as easy as opposed to other teams, so you got to give them credit for that. Continuously give Dorian Finney-Smith his credit. He's a tough guy to go against, but the biggest thing, like I said, is being able to execute through the aggression. It's the playoffs. You're not going to get the same calls you do in the regular season. So being able to get downhill, attack, find guys, and like I said, just being able to execute through the aggression, do the physicality, and I think we did a good job with that tonight.
How key was Boyan's first half for you guys?
Big time. Like I said, I particularly didn't have it going in the first half. We just kept feeding him, feed the hot hand, make the right reads, and kept everything simple. I think when we do that, man, the sky's the limit for us. And you look at tonight and how he started the game, and even how he played late. He only had 6 in the second half, but he was very impactful. He was plus 11 on the floor. He was very impactful on both ends of the floor.
What did you like most about your defense?
As a group or myself? I think the biggest thing, we buckled down. We gave up some bad transition threes. I had one where I gave up to Reggie Bullock, Dorian in the corner. We gave up some bad ones late. I think that's something we'll look at, being able to communicate. But as a whole, man, we buckled down, got stops, we're aggressive. and rebounded the ball, and I think we were able to keep guys in front of us and make plays. And that's the biggest thing, man. Like, even if you mess up, just being able to have each other's back, and I think we did a good job of that tonight.
Big for you guys to get a game one.
For sure. But, I think for us, it's, we did our job. We got game one. Now we got to go out there and get game two. Not satisfied with this one. And we can play better as well. I think we can. And I think we'll continue to look at the film and get better.
Along those lines, where do you feel like, just off the top of your head, there is immediate room for improvement?
Well, first of all, if we could shoot better as a group, I think we've had better shooting nights. But I think that, to Andy's point, shows how our defense, kind of did its thing. We only gave up 93. We were doing a solid job defensively, but I think being able to hit shots, being able to cut down the mistakes in transition. They tried to push it, especially with Luka being out. When Luka's in, he's obviously more dominant with the ball and kind of a slower pace. So with this group, being able to stop the transition buckets, the easy ones. We fouled late too. Some unnecessary fouls as a group. Being able to control that, but outside of that, man, we did some pretty good things, and we'll get better.
What did you think of the team's performance in those instances when Dallas went small?
I think we did a good job. I think off the top of my head, I don't know specifically the time frame, but we've been up and down with it all year. Especially late when teams do it late during the regular play, first three quarters, whatever. I think we do a very solid job with it. I think late, we were able to, really, whether it's finding Rudy on the roll, him rolling, and us getting in the paint, finding guys for the three, playing small pick and roll, attacking in different ways. I think we did a pretty good job.
Thanks.
Cool.
How big a make was that for you, considering how much you struggled in the last month to with your shot?
It was a big make. Every day I, keep shooting the ball. Shooters go through slumps, and then, just not thinking about the past, keep going to the future, and then keep thinking that everyone I shoot after that is going in. And then, Don made a great play, found me, and then me just trusting myself and making it.
What did you like about what happened with the team defensively?
I think everybody was locked in. I think we found out shots weren't falling, so we had to, lock in more on the defensive end, rebound, try to get easy baskets on the offense end. And, everybody contributed in different ways.
Quin talked about how you hadn't made a shot until that last one. How do you kind of keep that confidence going up?
Whether I make or miss a shot, I put in all the work, during the summer and throughout the whole year. So, whether or not I'm going to keep shooting, these guys trust me and keep finding me, so they keep telling me to shoot, and that's what I'm going to do.
What was the key to you guys controlling the boards the way you did?
I think, just us, locking in offensive rebound and defensive rebound. We know they're boxing out Rudy and Hassan, so other guys got to get rebounds. And it's a team effort, not one guy can do it by himself.
Did it help that you were so against the clock that you got no choice but to shoot it in terms of thinking about it?
To be honest, I had in my head I was going to shoot it anyway. Just make sure it was a three. My foot wasn't on line.
What did you see out of Donovan in that third quarter stretch where he started to get up?
The game came to him. I think, he slowly found out, ways to score, create for others. He had, 30 points in the second half or something like that. We just told him to stick with it, and that's what he does. Just trust himself, and then he trusts us, to have his back.
Good. Okay. Thanks, Royce.
Defensively as a team?
I think our physicality. We really raised our level in the middle of the first quarter, and then just made things hard for them. And they were very physical, and we had to match that. And I'm proud of the way we raised our level.
What was going through your mind when Royce let go of that shot in the corner late in the game?
I thought that was good. He made that shot thousands of times in practice, so it's an easy shot for him. And when the ball moves and he ends up in a guy that's open, usually it's good things happen, and we want him to shoot that shot every time.
Was there a sense of relief, though, that I guess you guys didn't cave down the stretch like you have in the past couple weeks?
I'm just happy to win the game. I mean, I thought we executed. You know, they had a lot of free throws at the end of the game, and we stay focused. We kept our heads and we kept trusting each other, and we did a good job. You know, being a little less predictable and moving the ball, and we end up in Boyan making plays, Mike, Don, Royce. I like the way we executed.
How were they able to hold you to one field goal?
Yeah, that looks good. I don't know. I mean, they were really putting in on every one of my roles. I do hope I get more next game, but at the same time, you know, I thought we did for the most part of the game. I thought we moved the ball. So, you know, we talk about sacrifice. That's what it's about. And one night it's going to be me. One night it probably might be someone else. But at the end of the day, we kept moving the ball, and that's what matters.
Quin said that you guys were out rebound teams by 20. Will make them think twice about going small. Is there a sense when teams go small that you need to punish them out from point?
Everyone looks small to me, so no matter.
Rudy, when they do go small, I noticed you were kind of Xing out sometimes to that guy at the top, and I'm curious, A, is how new is that, and B, how much have you guys been working on that focus?
We just I think our awareness and our ability to feel the game in those moments, and based on who they have, their personal, you know, it's really something that we've been able to work on throughout the year. You know, we've seen so many teams go small or try to space me out, and then and for us as a team, like, it's all about communicating and being ready for those. You know, we know when it's coming, we know what's going to happen, we know what they're trying to do. So it's about communication, and sometimes we're going to rotate, sometimes we won't, depending on the game and depending on the personnel. And you know, as long as we keep guarding our man and we stay in front of our man and we make it hard on him to beat us off the dribble, it's a whole other game.
Thank you.